Welcome to TWALE TV Sports. Welcome back. What a weekend of crazy activities, very exciting games. But where do I start from? Let me start from my club, Chelsea. From the last podcast, I said unlucky Chelsea. And to my surprise, a lot of football fans wouldn't just have it. They kept having a go at me. You're so wrong. Chelsea were rubbish. And even some Chelsea fans came at me, telling me you got that wrong. Chelsea were rubbish because Newcastle trashed Chelsea 4-1. Excuse me? Yes, the result didn't paint the picture. That's all I said. This Chelsea team, I'm still standing by my word. They're going from strength to strength. I've never seen them with this type of consistency. That is all I said. And I'm right because they've just proved me right again. Because they beat Brighton with 10 men. If you want to beat somebody in this league right now as we speak, forget Man City, forget Arsenal. They are the obvious teams to beat. But the unknown teams you have to beat, the Brightons, the Newcastles, the Aston Villas, if you can beat those three teams, then you are a team. So this Chelsea team, they are strong enough to carry on and have a good consecutive run of wins. And I mean few games under the belt consecutively. And I said it, and I'm going to stand by that. So if you can't see that, you're not a real football fan. You're just following your emotions. So that's that on Chelsea. Well done, Chelsea. I'm so proud of you. Regardless of whatever has been said in the past, it's not what's happened in the past because you can't judge by the past. Graham Potter, Frank Lampard, that's history. It's what Pochettino has done in the last few weeks. They have suddenly woken up. They have suddenly gained that mentality of how to grind results in the Premier League. You don't see those kind of things by fluke. It happened because they've been working on it and they are just showing it and it's there consistently. Their performance is consistent. And just as if I was watching the stars. I said it in the last podcast. I said we only need few ticks. The Conor Gallagher's, they need to be tamed. I said it. The guy did it again. He effed up again. Another red card. You know, aggression without control means fuck all. Okay, we've seen the Makaleles, we've seen the Roy Keanes, we've seen the real combatant soldiers, the Patrick Vieira's. They don't get sent off every week. So that's what Chelsea needs to work on regarding Conor Gallagher. And I don't think he should be given that assistant captaincy. It's insulting to the armband. Conor Gallagher is not even fit. I'm not even talking about his red card. He's not fit enough. He's not experienced enough to be Chelsea's assistant captain. If James Reese is not there, give it to somebody else. Give it to Thiago Silva. Give it to not Conor Gallagher. End of story with my club. Now, Tottenham fans, let me tell you what's happening, okay? 3 games beaten on the bounce. Everything felt like crashing down on you guys. But, excuse me, I'm still standing by my word. Mr. Ant Postecoglou deserves a big round of applause because what he did yesterday against Man City, trust me, nobody would do that and survive it. Regardless of whether City were lackluster performance is the reason or because they have a day off in the office. No. What Tottenham and Ant Postecoglou are doing, they will beat most teams with their madness. I mean madness in terms of the expansive game the guy plays. The way he goes at people. They go en masse. When they say en masse, the whole team, a whole 10 outfield players are actually ganging up against City in their own half. Now, you don't do that if you're not. Sometimes it looks like madness to me. That what kind of game is this? How are you doing this? On the counter, you're going to get beaten. But still, they nearly beat City, and they could have, and they should have. So I give Postecoglou the credit, and they're going to go places. I can see them keeping this top 4 at the end of the season because the way he plays is never going to change. is going to stick to it, and a lot of teams are going to get beaten because you won't have an answer for them. You won't have a solution for that kind of expansive attack and quick thinking. Their thought process is so quick. Their decision making, everything is on point when it comes to that expansive credibility. They just do it rightly, and they did it against Man City in a very good fashion. I love it. I enjoy the game, and I think we should give credit to what Ange Postecoglou stands for rather than the 3 defeats he's got on the bounce. Unfortunately, I can't get my friend to come on the show, Mr. Jimmy. Okay, he talks a lot, he runs his mouth, and I will soon get him back here, but I won't give him the chance to do any banter. He's a good football pundit. I want him to talk about football when it comes. So that's that on Tottenham. For you Arsenal fans, let me be clear. I got some really nasty messages from some Arsenal fans because I said, you ain't going to sniff the title for a while. I meant it, and I'm standing by it. Why? Because your last chance was last season. Because last season, you could have beaten City with that 11 points. You couldn't handle it. You couldn't stomach it. You couldn't deal with the last hurdle. It's called the last hurdle. It's not how you start the race. It's how you end the race. You couldn't end the race properly. Okay, you've done some massive recruitment. You spent over 100 million on my friend from West Ham. You can't just rely on recruitment to get you what you want sometimes. It's all about the mentality and the ideology. Arteta is a genius, but a genius made from another genius. Okay, what do you call that? Is it protege? I don't know. It's a genius made from Pep Guardiola. And Pep Guardiola is still alive. He's still here. So as long as Pep Guardiola and that City team are here, Arteta cannot win this title under Pep Guardiola's nose with that Manchester City's team. Okay? Arsenal is not yet Man City in terms of squad, in terms of depth in squad. So that is my reason for saying Arsenal will probably not sniff it for a while, because last season you only had Man City to beat. Liverpool were nowhere to be found. Chelsea were nowhere to be found. Newcastle were just evolving. Brighton were evolving as well. And you were able to scale through all those and only had City to beat, and you failed. And for that reason, you now have Newcastle, you now have Brighton, you now have Chelsea, you now have Liverpool and Man City. So I don't think you are qualified enough, or you're strong enough. You are qualified to win the league, but you're not strong enough to overcome all these teams and win it, because Man City and Liverpool are coming. Okay? That's my reason for saying Arsenal, you're going to sniff it for a while. Anyway, let's leave that. It's been very interesting watching the games over the weekend, and I think, generally, all football fans should be happy. We had a lovely, fantastic games, over the weekend, and the one that came to mind, I have to be biased, is my team Chelsea. It's the team spirit to beat Brighton with 10 men. Trust me, Brighton, if you know football, if you've been watching Brighton for the last 12 months, you must know even Man City will struggle to beat Brighton with 10 men. That's how good they are. And we beat them. I'm proud to say that. Come on, Chelsea. Yes. Anyway, that's it, folks. I just thought I need to come touch base and clear all these, topics, all these talks about these fans, because it's all about the fans here, really. You can have a go at me. I'll come back and respond. If I'm wrong, I'll tell you. But this time around, you lot are wrong. Chelsea are on the rise. Arsenal, they are sniffing the title. And Tottenham have to be given credit still. Regardless of the 3 defeats, they have to be given credit. And Postecoglou is going to smash a lot of people with that style of play, because nobody can handle him. Hardly anybody can deal with the expansive style of play he does. He's going to come at everybody, and he's going to beat most people with that kind of style. So that's it for me, folks. Let's catch up again at the next podcast. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to this channel on YouTube, TWALE TV Sports. Go to whatever. Go find us now. Go and find it yourself. If you enjoy the entertainment we're giving you, we've got lots of football fans coming onto the show as well. We've got Man City fan, we've got Arsenal fan, we've got Tottenham fan. But hey, excuse me, hasta la vista, baby. Catch up at the next podcast. Ciao.
It's TWALE